Hi, I'm Kevin Hill, and today we're going to do another fun painting. So let's get started. We'll start off today with just the tiniest little dusting of blue. And let's just drop in a quick little sky. Maybe in our painting today, we have just a little bit of blue sky showing with some nice clouds right around it. We don't need too much of this blue. Very pale. Almost can't see it, especially when we put the clouds around it. Next, with the filbert brush, we'll go through some black, touch of blue, brown maybe, and white. Lighten it up just a touch. And right up in here, let's do just the tiniest indication of some clouds, some shadow. I hit into a little more brown there. I like that. Kind of a warm color for these clouds. You see I'm using very little paint and stretching it. Next, with the filbert brush and some white, we can add on just a few nice little highlights up here. We really don't need to see too many. This sky it's pretty soft. I don't want it to be the feature of the painting. Not today. Today it's just kind of quiet. Kind of misty back here. It's soft. There. So you can rub it in, even with the filbert brush, because there's not all that much paint on there. Now, maybe way back here, we need a nice little mountain. Maybe this mountain is so far away we can just barely make out any detail at all. Really no detail. Just the basic shape and a little bit of colors. That's about all we can see today. There, very little paint. Look how light that is. Just slightly darker than the sky, and that's perfect. There. And then take the 2-inch brush and blend it. Now, as you can see, I've done a quick little sketch. I like to do these with the mountains. So now we can just fill it in. Fill it in with a little bit of black and white, a nice light gray color. I don't want to bring this mountain too close. That would kind of ruin this nice depth we're trying to get in this painting. We want to be able to see some nice layers and different details as we come forward. Don't want to put too much in the background. Now I've created a little recessed area there. I thought we might want to do a nice waterfall. So let's begin that by just brushing down with a little bit of blue and white. This creates just the underpainting for this little waterfall. You don't need too much, and it should flare out here at the bottom. It gets bigger as it comes down. Now I've mixed up a few piles of paint here. This is just brown, little touch of red and white. This one has a little more white in it. And then over here, just a touch of yellow. So we have 3 very similar colors here that we can use to highlight this mountain. And I'm just using the knife kind of vertically here. It's a pretty steep cliff. Just rub on a little bit of this highlight. You don't need much. And we also are not looking for a ton of texture. Not on this mountain today. It's too far away to see a lot of texture. Oh yeah, there we go. Next, we can add on just a few little bits of highlight here. I just have the filbert brush and simply pulling straight down, right where I think that light would catch. Now with the knife, we can just continue to do basically the same thing we did up there. This one's it's a little smaller and a little closer, so we get to see some more details. Leave a little more texture behind when you do it this time. This one is closer. And maybe a nice little rock, something right in there. Now with the 1-inch brush, some black, touch of brown, green, maybe some red, but not much. We can come right here and begin painting in just a small amount of water. Just a little bit right along here. And I'm using these colors because it's simply reflecting the things that are above it. Now with the filbert brush and some black and green, I think it would be nice to have a few little trees back here. Maybe in our painting, these are a little bit bigger than the ones up there, because that will help to bring them forward. They have just a touch more shape and dimension to them. There. And maybe over here too. You can pull up like this and get a nice sharp point, and that kind of indicates a little evergreen tree back there. Now with the filbert brush, we'll go through some yellow, green, black to kind of darken the color. And maybe over here, we can begin just dabbing on a little bit of highlight. Now we don't want too much here, because it would kind of ruin this nice effect where we want to kind of look here toward the center. We don't want to be distracted. So only a very small amount of highlight here on these trees. Now with the 1-inch brush and some blue and white, we can go ahead and begin throwing just a little bit of this color right in here, this foreground water. All right, now we'll pick up just the 2-inch brush, grab some black, and everywhere where we see dark, we should pull down a nice reflection. And then lightly sweep across. Now with our fan brush and some green and black, let's come right here and drop in a few nice evergreen trees. Now maybe in our painting today, these are some pretty old evergreen trees. They've been around a while. Oh, all right. And maybe right there. We'll just do a few today. With the knife and a little bit of light gray, we can go ahead and drop in just a nice little detailed rock or two here, somewhere near the foreground. What this does is help to push everything back. It makes it look nice and complete. These little details really add a lot. There. Work that color into the canvas so it looks like an old smooth rock that's been sitting out here. Now with the filbert brush, we'll go through some black and brown and chisel it evenly on both sides. And all right, here we go. A big tree. And I don't know, maybe we want one. It's basically just right behind it. They kind of join up like that. Next, we'll tap the filbert brush through some black and brown. And maybe right up here, we could use a few little leaves. Maybe this is kind of a different variety of evergreen. Or maybe just a really old evergreen, I don't know. It has all these nice little leaves on here. So just tap and add them all in, not a big deal. Kind of shape your limbs as you go. Have little areas where it's kind of blank areas, where it's bare. You see the trunk showing through. That gives it some character. Don't cover it all up. Now with our fan brush, we'll go through some yellow, green, and tap the brush. And maybe right in through here. We want just the tiniest indication of some highlight. We don't need a lot. Just enough. See, some areas are going to be bright and others not so bright. Don't highlight it all the same. All right, well, I think we're done. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Don't forget to check out my website and also my instructional DVDs. And thanks for watching.